Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Bakakadash. This is your Akiyim, Drill Azil, back at you with another quick lesson. Caught this news feed 4 days ago. Today, I'm going to touch on it and filter it through the scriptures. The title of this news feed is Air Force Vet, Retired State Trooper Killed in Possible White Supremacist Attack in Massachusetts. Like I said, it came out 4 days ago. A Winthrop, Massachusetts, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, shooting that killed a retired state trooper and a member of the U.S. military on Sunday is being investigated as a possible hate crime, officials say, or said. At about 3 p.m., a gunman stole a truck and crashed it into a building before shooting 2 bystanders, Suffolk County District Attorney Rachel Rowland said at a news conference. The victims were David Green, 58, and Ramona Cooper, 60, both of whom were black. Rowlands said the shooter, identified as 28-year-old Nathan Allen, had a history of making anti-Semitic and racist statements against black people. This individual wrote about the superiority of the white race, Rowlands said, about whites being apex predators. He drew swastikas. Now, I'm gonna stop there before I continue on. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and continue on a little further down in this article. During his rampage, Allen approached each of the victims and shot them multiple times. Rowlands stated. Cooper was shot 3 times in the back, she said, and Green was shot 4 times in the head and 3 times in the torso. He was executed, she said. Allen walked by several other people that were not black, and they are alive, Rowlands said. They were not harmed. Now I'm going to stop right there. These are the 2 victims, and this is the person that pretty much killed them, murdered them. Now, let me go to the statement that he said. It says, this individual wrote about the superiority of the white race, Rowland said, about whites being apex predators. He drew swastikas. Now let's go into a couple of these words. Let me go to the word apex.
Apex.
The top or highest part of something, especially one forming a point. Here's some synonyms. Tip, peak, summit, pinnacle, top. Okay, let me go to, before I do that, let me go to a couple of scriptures. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Let's go into it. according to Genesis. I'm going to go down to verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. I'm going to skip down for a little bit. I'm going to go down to let's see. Go to Genesis 25. If I'm not mistaken, 25 and 38. Let's see what pops up. Salakia, maybe 27. Let's see. Yeah, Genesis 27 and 38. Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of the heaven from above. And by the sword shall thou live, and shall serve thy brothers, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Salakia. Got a little tongue twisted, tongue tied. But key point, Genesis 27:40, and by thy sword shalt thou live. Okay, let's go to all this points to this man right here. I got a picture right here. It said, if we go back to, I meant to show this earlier. Genesis 25, 27. It said, no, 25 or 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Now I got a picture right here. Now this is this is Esau right here. You can obviously see this guy's red all over. His skin is translucent, so that's why his blood show forth. So this is Esau, aka self-proclaimed white man, but this is actually Esau Edom. Same as this guy right here. He just is not as his blood is not showing forth, but same as this guy right here, Esau. Now I'm gonna go to Ezekiel. Chapter 35. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. And it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So the key word is sword. As we read in Genesis 27 and 38 through 41, Esau was given the blessing of the sword. And that's the same thing that Esau used today. The sword is equivalent to the modern day gun or any type of weapon that can be used, you know. But in this case, I'm going to just say gun because these individuals were killed by a gun. So that's what is the modern day term of the sword would be, a gun, you know, in this situation. So let's go to Psalms 82, chapter 82. And 2. Excuse me. Psalms 83. And 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lift up the head. That means these people, you know, they speak proud, just like that statement that this individual said. He said this individual wrote about the superiority of the white race. Wrote and said about whites being apex predators. So this precept pretty much explains Psalms 83 and 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lift up their heads. So they hate you. They're pursuing you with the sword. They're killing you. And, you know, that lifting up the head means they're proud. That's their pride. They feel like they're, just like the word said, superior to you or any other, mainly the 12 tribes of Israel, but they're superior to so-called black people. Let's go to Psalms 17 and 9. Let's go there. Psalm 17 and 9. From the wicked that compass me, from my daily from the wicked that compass me, from my daily deadly enemies who compass me about. So let me go up a little bit. This is referring to let's go up a little bit. I meant to go up a couple precepts. Let's start at Psalm 17 and 7. Show thy merciful loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand them which put their trust in thee from those that raise up against thee. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. So that's what these people do, man. They're your deadly enemies. And if you don't call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and repent, you don't have no protection. You're following this demonic vibration of Jesus Christ, which is a abomination, which is blasphemy, and that image looks just like this guy right here. That let me go to the article. This guy right here. This who this so-called Jesus looked like. He looks like this guy right here. You know, and you calling on him to be your savior. And that's straight up blasphemy. And the Lord will submit or send judgment on people like that if you don't repent and come to the true sayings and the true lessons and the true teachings of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and follow the law, statutes, and commandments as commanded. Matter of fact, let me read all of Psalm 17 and 9. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me. O power, incline thy ear unto me, and hear my speech. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand, from which put their trust in thee. So you got to put your trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, none other. No Jesus, no Yahweh, or no Jesus, no Yahweh, no Yeshua, or nothing like that. You got to put your trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, none other. From those that raise up against me, keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thee. Hide me under the shadow of thy, Slakia, wings, from the wicked that oppress me. Who's been oppressing you since you've been over here? The wicked. From my daily enemies who compass me about. That's what these people are doing, man. They're oppressing you. They're your daily enemies, because they're killing Jake left and right. So let's go into a couple of these what you want to say, synonyms to get this word apex, right? We don't went into a couple of synonyms: tip, peak, summit, pinnacle, top. Okay, I'm gonna start with I'm gonna go back to Genesis 25 and 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Now I'm going to go back to the news article one more time. And it says, this individual wrote about the superiority of the white race, Roland said, about whites being apex predators. So let me look up this word. I'm going to go to the word predator. A person or group that ruthlessly exploit others. Let me see more. An animal that, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. Predator. An animal that naturally preys on others. So pretty much, if you prey on others, you're pretty much a hunter. You hunt your prey. That's what animals do. They hunt their prey. So that's what a predator is. And that's what he said. He's a apex predator. I mean, he's an apex hunter. So I'm gonna go to the word as it says right here in Genesis 25 and 27. The boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, which a hunter is synonymous with predator. So let's go to cunning.
Cunning.
Now we're gonna go to a couple of these synonyms. Let's go to ingenuity. Where is that at? See if I can find it. Oh, it's right here. The where it says the noun version. Where it says skilled in achieving one's end by deceit. Now I make the let me go to another precept that came to mind. Let me see. It's not coming up. Let me see. Let's see if it comes up over here. I'm at the find. Let me go down. Well, no, I ain't gonna. It's gonna take too long. But basically, I was finding this. Make that somewhere else. Where I was trying to find the precept where it says that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. But let me go to right here. It says cunning.
Cunning.
Said Esau was a cunning hunter. Let's go to the noun. It says skill in achieving one's end by deceit. Now let's go to this word right here, ingenuity.
Ingenuity.
We go that ingenuity. Let's go to mastery. Ingenuity, the quality of being clever, original, and inventive. No, inventive. Excuse me. Slocky. Let's go to mastery. It said mastery, comprehensive knowledge or skill in a subject or accomplishment. Let's go to skillful. So we got skillful. Let's go to some more synonyms. Skillful. Let's go to genius. Let's go to genius. Said genius, exceptional, intellectual or creative power or other natural ability. Let's see, let's go to aptitude. Is a synonym, aptitude.
Aptitude.
And it says a natural ability to do something. Let's go to some more synonyms. If I can find it, what I'm looking for. Let's go to this word right here. That's what I was looking for. Head. Now, it's a synonym. It says a natural tendency. Let's go to head. Then let's go to head. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, we had head, right?
Head.
Now let's go to